welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble. The Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, for you hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram. Here on a Thursday to give you, all you awesome people here at WrestleCram, of course, oh, welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. I do mean humble. The Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here for the hungry, the happy, the healthy people here at WrestleCram. I'm doing it on a Thursday. Unfortunately, I do apologize. I got a lot to talk about that as well. I have a lot to talk about. Okay, so Thursday. This is, of course, the WrestleCram podcast. This is episode 3. Today we will be talking about, of course, the sale of the WWE. We will also be talking about Big Jackson and the injury update with that. Also, Orn Anderson and the hopefully the for Horseman on AEW. And we will be doing the NXT review. And we got one more thing. I will be giving you my predictions for Stand and Deliver, which will be at 10 o'clock. That'll be at 10 o'clock on Saturday. So Saturday will be Stand and Deliver in night 1 of WrestleMania. Okay? But first, let's talk about it. And why I did not have, and this is the script actually from yesterday. Had it wrote, ready to go, all that good stuff. But I realized something, and I've been talking about it a lot. And I tell everybody about your mental health, because mental health is one of the things that everybody should be working on. And I am one of those people who have not been working on it, and it sucks because I tell you to do something and I'm not doing it. And I do apologize for that, from the bottom of my heart, or whatnot. I just, all I've been doing is just, working, sleeping, and eating a ton of fast food. Tons of fast food. I got off of a lot of what I were doing. Like, I would get up every single day and I would at least do 2 to 3 miles every single day. I lost a pretty significant amount of weight at one time. But I have gained it all back, plus more or whatnot. I am a 5'3", 5'4" man, and I am at 199 pounds. Let me repeat myself. I am 5'3", 5'4", and I weigh almost 200 pounds. That is not good for anybody. Thank goodness I weigh it. I wear it pretty even proportionate or whatnot. But that is not good. That's not good for me. That's not good for my health. That's not good for my mental state. Those things have to change, and it's going to change today. So what I'm going to start doing on a regular is I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do cardio. I'm going to at least have a leg day, an arm day, a chest day, every single day. I'm going every single day. That started yesterday. And I kid you not, I got to the gym, and the only thing I did was cardio. I did that for 15 minutes, and when I tell you I almost died, it was literally the worst thing after doing cardio. And you know why? Because I don't drink water. I don't drink water at all. So I had to sit down, and that hit me even harder because I used to do all of this stuff. Now, I'm at 199. The goal is 145. That is the goal of 145, especially with the guns being very, very salute or whatnot. So I am going to try to lose at least 10 to 15 pounds a month, with a really great diet that I've set up for myself. And just like I said, 10 to 15 pounds a month. That is the goal. That is not something that is going to be a demand. Now, what I'm going to do with the 4 months that I am doing this, I will let you know on a weekly basis how much I have lost, and just try to, and that's going to be on Thursdays, and try to let you know, my mental state at the end of each Thursday show. So like I said, the goal is 140, 145. That's 44 pounds. That's 10 to 15 pounds a month. Now, we'll do this goal. If I get to that goal or whatnot, I will do a I will do a shirtless podcast. I will do a week-long shirtless podcast showing the pecs, the six-pack, everything. I'll show it all or whatnot. All the upper torso or whatnot. Not naked, just a shirtless podcast, a week-long podcast. How about that? I'll do that. But I'm going to work on it. I'm working on it right now as we speak. I'm drinking water every single day now. I'm drinking tons of water every single day now, and I'm excommunicating away from my side chick, which is Little Debbie. I'm getting rid of her. I do love you, but I'm getting rid of all of that. Okay, so but let's talk about, of course, some news, and of course NXT, the go home show to stand and deliver. NXT. First of all, let's talk about NXT. NXT is still not the best. It's just not the best. It's too, and I will say this because it hurts and it kills them all at the same time. Yes, you have brand new people there, so you need to get a storyline of their character start to progress. But when you do so much of that all the time, it really hurts the show itself. I think I've said that numerous times. NXT is not a bad show, but 2 hours of it I think is a little too much for NXT. If you can cram everything into an hour show, I promise you, I think it would be better. You can still do your 2 hour to 3 hour pay-per-views or whatnot. That's just me. I think you can, everything that they're doing, you can do in a 1 hour show. Just hands down. You can do it in a 1 hour show. But we'll talk about that later on. First, let's talk about, of course, the sale update. MSNBC is saying that it's looking pretty hot and heavy. But we do know now that the Saudis, we haven't heard a lot about the Saudis company trying to buy the company as of right now. That is, to me, I think a good thing. I think it still needs to be in the States where we can, I'm not a huge fan of Saudi Arabia. I'm not even a huge fan of the Crown Jewel show because of all of the stuff that goes on in that company. In that country. Not a huge fan of what they do. But also we're hearing that Comcast is completely out of the sale. NBC Universal / Comcast. That is a bad thing. That's really not good. Due to the fact that they are the company that has had WWE on their lineup for the longest. So that sucks times 12. I haven't heard a lot about Nick Khan and what they're gonna do, or Tony Khan what they're gonna do. Not Nick Khan, Tony Khan, what they're gonna do trying to buy the company as well. I think the people that own UFC, I think they're out as well. But Fox is the parent company of Disney, so I'm guessing they still want to put a bid in for it. But I don't think they're going to spend the money that Vince. I think Vince said $6 to $7 billion to sell. I don't think that's going to happen. I truly don't think that's going to happen at all. And if we are waiting to buy the company, we would they would no longer want Vince involved in the company. That's one of the things that NBC, Universal, and Disney has said. Rumors are saying pretty much about everything. They want Stephanie McMahon back in the CEO or a higher management role. Apparently, she did a really great job. I agree, she did a really great job with her and Nick Khan being the co-CEOs of the WWE when Vince McMahon stepped down. It just seems like something is really weird with this whole situation, because I think that if Vince wanted the company sold, it would have been sold by now. But we are hearing that by Nick Khan is that we are getting closer to a final sale that's going to be somewhere in further closer to April. But it's not a sale yet. Apparently, Vince McMahon actually wants to sell the company. That's the goal. He wants to sell the company. But in my mind, it just seems like if the company was going to be sold, they would have been sold it. And also upper management has informed the companies that Vince McMahon is okay. He's okay for that he no longer wants to be a part of the company when it is sold. A lot of people, I think, a lot of companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, have stepped down due to the fact that, they thought that Vince was going to still be a part of the company when it was sold, and that, I guess, that was like a package that people thought that Vince McMahon was going to be part of that package. You're going to pay me a whole bunch of money, but you're also going to continue to pay me to be the head booker, or still run the company. And it's weird. To me, it's truly weird, because I would love to know who are the people that want to be a part of who's trying to buy the company, because a lot of people have stepped out. A lot of people have said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to do this." But hopefully, we get a really good contract when we go for the network contract, because it's supposed to be coming up pretty soon. Monet is supposed to be in the works coming back to WWE. We got a lot of people coming back to get a really great contract. So let's focus on the network contract first, and then the sale will eventually just come on. Hopefully, NBC, Universal, Comcast try to come back and negotiate to try to buy the company again. Disney, I'm okay with that as well. Them buying the WWE as well, it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay to have Raw on Mondays on ABC and have SmackDown on Fox. That would be a very smart, very genius move. Even have them on ESPN on Mondays. I don't know how that would work, but hey, all I can say is I can't be mad at what Disney is trying to do. I wish whoever has the best luck, because you will be getting a gold mine if it does happen. On from that to, of course, Nick Jackson update. If you don't know, he did tear his tricep. His torn tricep. It happened on the trios match between the House of Black and the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society. Apparently, it happened in the beginning of the match. He has also declined surgery, stating that a regular healing rehab would be better than surgery, that which will keep him out of action between 2 to 3 months. Now, the way it is looking, we will have an Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club at Blood and Guts. I don't know how this will work. Now, Cody Rhodes did not have, he had a pec injury, but he did not have, no, he did have surgery. He did have surgery. That's what made him out for a significant amount of time. I didn't know that you don't need surgery if something happens like that. You can just make it heal on yourself. I don't know how old Mick Jackson is, but I do know that even a super elite person like yourself, I don't know how long the rehab would go for that healing. I myself am a fat 36-year-old guy, and I guarantee that it would take forever for me to heal. I wish you all the best, my friend, on your decisions. And, before wrestling, I tell anybody this, before wrestling, always work on your health first. Wrestling will come. You will get paid eventually, okay? On from that to Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson wants a new Four Horsemen faction. To me, it brings one of the most legendary stables. It could be possible, but AEW may have came across a gold mine by accepting or trying to bring back the Four Horsemen. This is from Codeaholic Wrestlings, and it does read, this is Arn Anderson talking about it. As I own the trademark, said Anderson. With my approval, AEW could be 100% create a Four Horsemen, possibly going to cost a few bucks. I'm going to allow that to happen. The only way that would work, because that's a tremendous thing to do. Could you imagine walking into being part of the Four Horsemen and are going a huge? It's going to be huge unless you had the right combination of guys, and they were going to be the right thing with it, and it be something special, which I was a part of a long time ago. I will apologize. I wrote this yesterday. I usually keep it in my head, but what he's saying is that a long time ago, the Four Horsemen was a really great stable. Of course, it was a really great stable. Everybody knows it was a really great stable, very dominant stable as well. What he's saying is that, yeah, I do own the rights to the Four Horsemen property. Yes, I will let Tony Khan hold it if he pays me for it. And yes, I think it will be a great faction addition to the AEW brand. It's just who will be in the faction and how it will fluctuate. Here's my thing. I got 4 people for you right now. I have 4 people for you right now. Well, actually 5, because you still need a manager as well. I got 4 people for you right now that can be part of this stable. Number 1, Jade Cargill. All day, every day, Jade Cargill should be one of the members of the Four Horsemen. Also, you should have my suggestion. You should have Hobbs in there. Hobbs should be in there as well. Powerhouse Hobbs would be a great addition to the empire of the Four Horsemen. Who else I think should be on there? To me, will be in there. Should be Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara will be a great addition to the Four Horsemen, and of course, the leader should be MJF. Those 4 should be in the Four Horsemen. Of course, having Arn Anderson as one of their managers, and bringing in Ric Flair as one of the main heads for that. You will have about 6 people in that group. Of course, you'll have the baddies in there as well, but they will be part of the Jade Cargill brand, not the Four Horsemen brand. like I said, I mean, I think it will be a dominant brand. I think it will be a great brand. The Pinnacle was really close to it. I thought that was really cool with Blanchard there. And you had a developing, or I think you had a tag champions there, which was FDR. You had Spears there, and you had Wardlow. A great combination of people to be part of this new Four Horsemen. But just like I said, it should be Jade Cargill, Powerhouse Hobbs, Sammy Guevara, and MJF, leaning toward the managers being Arn Anderson and Ric Flair. Those would be my suggestions. I think it will be a really good thing. Awesome thing to do. But let's get into, of course, the NXT side of things, which happened 2 days ago. We had a 20-man battle royale, which will determine the very last participant in the fatal five-way ladder match for Stand and Deliver. And it's one person that I will apologize in advance. I don't even know the guy who was eliminated after Quincy Elliott. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But Quincy Elliott was eliminated by Mardor. I don't know his name. I do apologize. Dante Chain was eliminated by Dijak. Let's see. Guy Jack was eliminated by Odyssey Jones. Jinder Mahal was eliminates Odyssey Jones. Apollo Crews eliminates Udafa. Blade was eliminated by Jinder Mahal. Scripps was eliminated by himself. He flipped out, and Scripps, I don't know what to say about you. Apollo Crews eliminates Xavier Bernard, Body Javi. Zion Quinn eliminated by Oriole, that African American man from UK. Oriole was eliminated by Jinder Mahal. Charlie Dempsey eliminates Drew Gulak. Charlie Dempsey eliminates Hank Walker. Is it Don Moreno? It's Don Moreno. I'm sorry. Don Moreno eliminates Apollo Crews. Jinder Mahal was eliminated by Axiom. Jinder Mahal had a really great showing in this match. Keep Jinder Mahal in NXT because I think he will be a better addition to NXT than he is on the main roster. No disrespect, because he is a ex-world champion. The last four is Charlie Dempsey, Axiom, Nathan Frazier, and Charlie Dempsey and Axiom and Nathan Frazier eliminates Don Morado. Axiom eliminates Charlie Dempsey, and Axiom eliminates Nathan Frazier. After everybody is eliminated, we get a one-on-one with Axiom and Nathan Frazier, which is still one of the classics. Those three matches that they had were really, really good. I think it was 3 or 5, but they were really, really good. They did not hold back this go around as well. Axiom did win this to be the 5th person in the match. Apparently, what was going on is that Wes Lee, the champion as of right now, was going to just give Axiom a slot in, but he was like, "No, I want to work my way in," and he did. If you don't know, it's going to be Dragon Lee, Elio Dragunov, J.D. McDonough, and of course Axiom, and the champion himself, which is Wes Lee. After that, we got a pretty deadly video package. Wasn't a big fan of this. I'm guessing they are the host of Stand and Deliver. After that, we get a segment from Chase University. They do have a match at Stand and Deliver against Schism. If Schism does win, they will have the rights to Chase University, which I think is a great storyline. So the addition to Chase University is Tyler Bate, which is the last NXT UK champion. So he will be facing, of course, Von Wagner later on that day. But it seems like Duke Hudson is truly upset with the fact that Tyler Bate is now their prime pupil. So Duke is like, I don't care. It is what it is. I just don't care. After that, we get Josh and Briggs in the background. Apparently, Henley is not happy. She thinks that Kiana is using Briggs for her little play toy. But Kiana says, hey, I have something for you. Y'all will face the Dunn and, of course, Stacks. If you do win, you will be a part of it will make the three-way tag championship match a fatal four-way. They were very happy with that situation, and we will lead on to, of course, the Von Wagner and Tyler Bates match. Lots of shenanigans with this match. Mr. Snow, who is the manager of Von Wagner, grabbed the leg of Tyler Bates, which got the young lady over there truly upset, starting attacking Snow. And it was funny because Hudson wasn't trying to do a tag team maneuver, but something did happen for him to open up for Tyler Bate to win with a twirly man, and they do have the upper advantage. After that, we did get a video package with Schism saying that, this will be a great addition because we would have so many other pupils to bring in with fresh minds, which is a smart move. Grab as many people as you can into the university and turn them into a schism. So now you have, instead of a faction, you have a cult, which is very smart. After that, we got Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez comes into the office of Shawn Michaels, and she does explain why she passed out. It was body exhaustion and anxiety. She does have really bad anxiety. Shawn Michaels was like, well, we don't want you to continue to do that if you have the anxiety issues. Get a couple of matches under your belt, and we'll talk about you. Like, no, this is my title to defend. I want to defend it. And also, while I'm doing this, I can bring out, of course, people with anxiety. I can help them out as well. Shawn Michaels did agree, and she is reinstated as the NXT Women's Champion, and she will defend that title at Stand and Deliver. After that, we got Alexa Lopez versus Fargay or whatnot. Apparently, they had issues with each other at about a month ago, and Alexa Lopez is just one of these baddest things in the world. We get it's like a choke slam type powerbomb. Very quick match. Alexa Lopez wins. It's called the Electro Shock. Very, very quick match. After that, we got the premiere of Eddie Thor. He wrestled against Miles Bourne. Never heard of Miles Bourne. Had to be enhancement talent. Believe it or not, it was a really good match. I thought it was a really good match. Apparently, he's from Japan. I don't know if he's from New Japan or Noah. I don't know where he's from, but he's from some type of New Japan federation over there. Very, very nice match. They did not give him the authority to do the squash, which I'm happy. Usually, if a new person comes in, it shouldn't be a squash match. It should be a really competitive match to show what this person can do. Of course, he did win with a crossroads. It was like a crossroads type finisher. He didn't get on the mic, but that was the end of that. Another pretty deadly Stand and Deliver package. Could care less about. We do get a Gallows backstage interview where they are saying that they sounded more like faces more than anything. But they did talk about, of course, that the more the merrier. We do not care. You can bring whoever you want. If it's Jigs and Brinson coming in, y'all can come in too. We'll destroy you as well. Spoiler, they don't at the end. Um, After that, we get a Sol Roca, Andy, Indy Hartwell. I said Indy Hartwell and Iva Nile. This will be the triple threat to determine the last slot in the women's. I'm guessing this is a ladder match for Stand and Deliver. Indy Hartwell does win. She wins with a beautiful club to the back onto I think it was Nile, and everybody else comes out to show that we saw you. We saw you. We ready. At the end, we did see the champion holding her belt again, being happy as happy can be. She's so adorable. But after that, we did get another Stand and Deliver segment. This was about the women's title. Could care less about it. They kept just going Stand and Deliver. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I could care less. But after that, we get a Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker package where Braun Breaker is focused. Carmelo Hayes is doing a lot of partying, but he realized that the partying isn't good and he needs to train. I think this is going to be a really great match. Carmelo Hayes is shoe-in favorite. He's a truly generational talent. I really think that Carmelo Hayes can bring NXT to another level. After that, we get a Hank Walker versus Drew Gulak. And we get Charlie Dempsey. He comes out to support Drew Gulak, which is very weird. We get shenanigans in the back where in the stage where Charlie Dempsey does interrupts Hank Walker, because Hank Walker was really going to win this. A roll up and win by Drew Gulak. They are both happy. Apparently, they are making some type of tag team now. Drew Gulak was supposed to be the mentor to Hank Walker, but apparently that just fell apart. So after that, we did get the main event, or the last match of the night, which was Tony D'Angelo and Stacks the Dunn versus Briggs and Jensen. I think Briggs is still I think Briggs is the one that's in love with Kiana. But it kind of fell apart, unfortunately. And Stacks and D'Angelo do a beautiful their move called Bada Bing, Bada Boom, for them to win the match. Henley Fallon gets onto the mic and says, "I'm getting sick and tired of this. But it's going to come out of Kiana's mouth." Kiana says, "I do have a confession." We think that what's going to happen is that she is going to finally say, "I'm using you," but she gives him a huge kiss, and they are official couple now. Henley is not happy with that, but they are both the tag champions, which is very weird. After that, we get the Grayson Waller effect. They do still have the contract, which Grayson Waller did not sign yet, for a non-sanctioned anywhere goes match. He does grab the contract, finally signs it, and says that he is. Are you sure that this is what you want? Are you sure this is what you want? Last time we saw Johnny Gargano, what he says is when I attacked him with the chair or whatnot when he was leaving out. But it seems like he has so much privilege, he's talking about Johnny Gargano, that he can come and go when he please. He gets a main roster spot, and I'm going to win either or, because I'm facing one of the best NXT champions, or one of the faces of NXT today. So I'm going to win either way. What's going to happen? It's going to be like that. So then there's security all around the ring, and there is a cameraman that is supporting, that's doing the video, and in comes the song of Johnny Gargano. He's waiting on Johnny Gargano to come out. He's ready. He has his dukes up, And the cameraman puts the camera away, and this is Johnny Gargano. They start attacking. It explodes. It explodes. It explodes. Everybody gets their stuff off, but they do get pulled apart. Nobody has the advantage, and fade to black. I thought that this, to me, this was more safer than the Raw, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But, it is what it is. This made more sense. The 2 hours made more sense. But once again, I will say this, and I will say this all day, every day. I think that NXT is too long. An hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours. An hour and 30 minutes to an hour is more than enough to have a developmental show. To me, I may be wrong, but to me, it just seems like, it would be something easier. So, after that, I do have my stand and deliver predictions for Saturday. Now, these are set in stone, and I will let you know what I think about this. First, we have the 5-way ladder match for the North American title. It is Wes Lee versus J.D. McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov versus Axiom versus Dragon Lee. I do not see Wes Lee losing this title anytime soon. So I will say Wes Lee over all 4 participants. I think this may be the match of the night, but Carmelo Hayes is always great in the ring. This may be the second best match of the night. After that, we have Elbow Fire versus Isla Dunn versus Fallen Hawk versus Henley and Kiana James. I'm sorry. Now they have so much issues going on. I did write here that Fire and Isla was going to win. I'm going to change my mind. I do think Henley and Kiana James are going to keep those titles right now. I think the storyline between Kiana and Briggs Jensen, I think that needs to keep going along with the titles having them as well. So I do have Henley and Kiana James over Fire and Dunn. After that, we have another fatal 5-way for the women's title. Zoe Starks, Roxanne Perez, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany, and L'Oreal Valkyrie. Hands down, Roxanne Perez is going to retain her title. I do not see anything else about her losing this title. Who she's going to lose her title to will be her ex-best friend, Cora Jade. That's who is going to be the next world champion, Cora Jade. After that, we have Gallows versus the Creed brothers versus Tony D'Angelo and Stax. I would love Tony D'Angelo and Stax to win these titles. I would love that to happen. But you have one of my favorite tag teams in here, and Gallows, I'm sorry, will be the one to win over the Creed brothers and Tony D'Angelo and Stax. I do see Chase University winning over Schism. I don't see the point of, I don't see the point of Schism taking over the University, at least not right now in round 1 of this feud. What would Chase, DeAndre and that group, what would they do without the Chase University brand on NXT? That would be my suggestion. I don't know if they will do a repackaging of DeAndre and everybody else in that group, but I don't see, it would be weird for Schism to win. You understand what I'm saying? So I have Chase U winning over Schism, and I have Grayson Waller winning over Johnny Gargano. The reason why I have Grayson Waller winning over Johnny Gargano is part of the main roster. He doesn't need this win at all. Grayson Waller is the one who needs this win. I don't see Grayson Waller going to, of course, the main roster right now. the Miz, he's gonna take over that mantle of the Miz when he gets over there to the main roster. But right now we have a Miz on the NXT brand, and it should be Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is really good, and I keep comparing him to the Miz. The Miz is good, but Grayson Waller is good and can wrestle. So that's why, keep him there until he's ready, and then we'll have a WrestleMania match between Grayson Waller and The Miz. How about that? I can't wait to see that match. After that, we have the main event, which is Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is one of the most dominant NXT champions of all time. But I promise you, I think Carmelo Hayes can elevate NXT to a higher level than what it is going on right now. And I truly think that Carmelo Hayes will be the one to dethrone Braun Breaker, giving him great time to just give him about 3 months to do what he got to do, then put him on the main roster. That's the best thing. Or put him on the main roster on night one. Put him on the main roster on the Raw or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. So, in conclusion, Stand and Deliver, I have Wesley over all the other 4 participants. I have Henley and Kiana James over Fire and Dunn. I have Roxanne Perez over everybody else that's in that group. I did have Zoe Starks, but I don't see her being the champion. I want her to be champion because I think she is so great, and she's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. But I have Roxanne Perez winning over everybody else. After that, I have Gallows winning over the Creed Brothers and Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. I have Chase U over Schism, and I have Grayson Waller over Johnny Gargano. And the last and foremost, I have Carmelo Hayes over the champion Braun Breaker. In the comments, who do you think is going to be, who's going to win, who's going to lose? Y'all, let me know in the comments what you think. Also, what do you think about the sale? Who do you think is going to buy? Do you think Vince McMahon is going to sell? I mean, it's just so much going on with that situation. Also, with Mick Jackson, do you see him being in the Blood and Guts match? I don't see that. Hopefully we get some Brandon Color. Put him in there. Put Color in there. But do you think that was a smart move for him not taking the surgery? Also, Arn Anderson and the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, will they come back in another form in AEW? Also, the recap before Stand and Deliver, what do you think about that? Did you enjoy that? Dude, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Every Thursday, you will get an update on my weight. You will get a intimate conversation with me and you about my progression and what I am doing, okay? I love y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. I'm going to give a shout out to my homeboy Aaron. I love you to death. I think you are awesome. Keep up the great work. I know you are going through a lot with work and also with going back to school to be a computer programmer or coding. You're so awesome. I love you as well. Like, share, subscribe. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.